To every woman who was cheated on and thought it broke her, read this carefully. First of all, breathe. If you're watching this and your chest still tightens when you think about what he did, if your stomach still drops when you remember the lies, if you still replay the signs you missed, I need you to hear me clearly. You are not foolish. You are not naive. You are not weak. And you are absolutely not less valuable because someone failed to honor you. Cheating does not downgrade a queen. It exposes a man who was not built to handle royalty. Let's tell the truth tonight. When a man cheats, it is not because you weren't beautiful enough. It is not because you weren't sexy enough. It is not because you weren't supportive enough. It is not because you didn't cook enough, give enough, love enough, forgive enough. It is because his character did not match your capacity. Broken-hearted women have a habit of turning betrayal inward. You start auditing yourself. What did I do? What did I miss? What could I have done differently? Was she prettier? Was she thinner? Was she younger? Was she more exciting? Stop. Queens do not compete with chaos. A man who cheats is operating from deficiency, not abundance. He is seeking stimulation, validation, ego strokes, escape, or control. That has nothing to do with your worth. And here's the part that might sting but will set you free. Sometimes he cheated because he knew you were too good for him. Yes, I said it. Some men self-sabotage when they feel outmatched. Instead of rising, they distract themselves with women who require less growth. It's easier to juggle attention than to evolve. So when you cry, thinking you weren't enough, understand that sometimes you were too much of the right thing. Now let's talk about the pain. Cheating doesn't just hurt your feelings. It shakes your perception of reality. You question your intuition. You question your memory. You question your judgment. You question your desirability. You question love itself. That's not small. That's trauma. And trauma doesn't make you weak. It makes you wounded. But wounded queens still carry crowns. The difference between a broken woman and a queen who was betrayed is this. A broken woman thinks, I lost him. A queen eventually realizes, I was protected from him. I know that's hard to swallow when you still love him. I know that's hard when you would have chosen him. I know that's hard when you saw potential. But love without loyalty is self-harm. Read that again. Love without loyalty is self-harm. You cannot build a peaceful empire with a man who craves chaos. And let's be honest, when he cheated, something shifted inside you. Even if you tried to hold it together, even if you tried to forgive, even if you tried to stay, a woman's spirit knows when she has been dishonored. And once you've been dishonored, you can either shrink or you can ascend. You, my queen, are ascending. You may not feel like it yet. You may still cry in the shower. You may still check his social media. You may still wonder if he regrets it. But every tear you shed is washing off illusion. You're not grieving just him. You're grieving the version of him you believed in. That's a different kind of heartbreak, and it takes time. But here's what I need you to start doing immediately. Stop lowering your standards to keep a man who already lowered his integrity. You are not required to prove you're worth staying faithful to. Faithfulness is a character trait, not a reward system. Now let's talk power. You are most dangerous right now. Yes, right after betrayal. Because this is the moment where women wake up. You start seeing patterns. You start studying psychology. You start noticing red flags. You start protecting your energy. You start asking deeper questions. Pain sharpens perception. The version of you that loved blindly is evolving into a woman who loves intelligently. And that is elite. Imagine this. 1 year from now, you are calmer. Your body is lighter. Your confidence is quieter but stronger. Your standards are firmer. Your boundaries are automatic. Your glow is undeniable. And he sees you. Not begging, not bitter, not broken. Radiant. That is the plot twist. Men often think cheating will expand their options. What it really does is disqualify them from the future version of you. You are not the same woman you were before the betrayal, and that is a gift. Now, to every woman who feels replaced, replacement is an illusion. Replacement is an illusion. He didn't replace you. He downgraded his alignment. A queen cannot be replaced. She can only be mishandled. And here's something powerful. When you stop chasing closure, closure chases you. When you stop trying to be chosen, you become undeniable. When you stop explaining your value, people feel it. So tonight, instead of asking, why wasn't I enough, ask, why did I accept less than I deserved? That question changes everything. This channel is not about victimhood. It's about transformation. Yes, he cheated. Yes, it hurt. Yes, you loved him. But you are not defined by what someone did to you. You are defined by how you rise. And rising does not look like revenge. It looks like discipline. It looks like self-respect. It looks like walking away from disrespect even when your heart is trembling. Queens cry too. Queens feel pain. Queens grieve. But queens do not abandon themselves to keep a man. So wipe your tears gently. Fix your posture. Adjust your crown. You were not rejected. You were redirected. And the woman you are becoming because of this? She will not tolerate what you tolerated before. That is growth. That is elevation. That is power. And when the right man comes, a man who values loyalty as much as you do, you will not have to compete, beg, monitor, or worry. Peace will feel unfamiliar at first because you've been used to intensity. But peace is the new luxury. You are not broken. You are refining. And refinement always feels uncomfortable before it feels regal. Welcome to your upgrade, queen. He cheated. You evolved. And evolution always wins.